Yo, what is going on, guys? Pothead here, and today we are coming back in with the fourth part, I think, of we're now calling it the Opiate Odyssey. Someone left me that comment the other day, and I think that is just Italian kiss. Perfect title. That's going to be the last change, I promise. It's forever called Opiate Odyssey. This is the time, the nearest I've ever been to dying. But before we get into it, please like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on. Buy some shit from my website and follow me on Instagram. All the links will be in the description. Thank you guys so much. So I wake up in the morning. We're still in LA. Cinto's asleep, but I gotta go have a business lunch. So I go have the business lunch with some people, talk about some clothes, and I'm getting out of the restaurant, going back up to the B&B, and Phoenix texts me. And he's trying to link and go to this music video. And I'm down, but I told him I don't even have a car out here. I can't even rent one. I'm not old enough. He's like, don't even worry about it. We'll pull up on you. And I was like, all right, bet. I had to check with Cinto. And he's like, for sure, let me know. So I get back up to the B&B. I tell Cinto, he's up at this point. He's hyped. He's, yeah, let's go. So he still hasn't eaten, though. He just woke up. So in 20 minutes from him texting me he's pulling up, bro, he says he's here, and we go down, and we can't find him at all, bro. I keep, calling him and shit, and he's like, we're right over here. We're right next to the location you sent us. I'm like, what, bro? And eventually, I'm just like, yo, send me your location. And he sends me his location on the Maps app, bro, and he's literally a quarter of a mile away from us. So we walk over, and he's in this small-ass whip, one of those cars that's usually meant for, two adults and a child in the back, but Cinto and I fit in the back seat, and we're off. Now, the driver of this car is the main component of me almost dying, and we're going to call him Tyler. Tyler had just gotten his license without taking any tests, just by turning 18, and my boy had a lead foot, and on top of that, we were going to have to go in the desert, which means driving through a canyon, but I didn't know any of this yet. So Cinto and I are just in the back trying to hear what Phoenix and Tyler are talking about, but the music is so loud, and the speakers in this car were fucked up. So the back, it was just impossible. I couldn't even hear Cinto. So we're just both looking out the window, and we're just flying down the highway, bro. I eventually just start breaking down some 30 in the back because Tyler has been driving 140 miles an hour down this highway this whole time, and I was so nervous, bro. Cinto looks at me doing it, and he's just like, let me get on that. We're frantic, bro. I was like, bet, gave him a line, and 15 minutes or so after that, I got all shit away in my bag, and we pass a cop going literally 120 miles an hour on 110, bro. I don't know how we didn't get pulled over, but nothing happened. And we're all just screaming at Tyler to slow down. And he's like, no, we're good, and just laughed it off. And honestly, I should have just demanded to get out at that point. But I was high, and I was with one of my friends, so I didn't get to see a lot. So I just continued. Cinto had not having eaten that whole day, asked if we can stop, and we're getting pretty close to the location that Phoenix had in his phone, so he said fuck it and pulled over to get this Mexican food. Being the degenerates we are, we want to do more 30 before we ate, so we pulled over in this business cul-de-sac, and we're like, Tyler, why are we doing this? He's like, doesn't matter, bro, just we can do it wherever. I was like, okay. And I start breaking down the 30, and literally not as soon as I take this first line, I see everyone freeze, and I'm like, what? And I just see this cop car drive by, and Cinto and I just duck down to try and get behind the seats just to try and not be seen, and he just drives by. And at this point, I couldn't believe our luck, bro. Another sign I should have just gotten out and Ubered home, but I didn't because, again, I was high and just, So we get the food, good as fuck, and by now we're in Culver City, and Phoenix gets a call from the person he's shooting the video with, and the person's like, yo, where you at, bro? And Phoenix is like, bro, I'm 10 minutes away, my bad for the wait. And he's like, I bet. You got the new Addy we sent, right? And I could see from the back there on FaceTime, and this fool was in a desert, bro, and we were in a city, and all four of us just had a collective stomach drop, bro. So Phoenix clicks the new location he has, and it's 90 miles away from us, bro. We had driven 2 hours in the wrong direction. So now Tyler is mad, high, and needing to drive even more. So we hit the road again, and it's the same shit, just gripping my seat for my life, bro. And before we enter the canyon, we stop and get gas, and we all go in, and Tyler breaks a Snapple bottle, the glass ones, by accident, he knocked it over. And the owner of this gas station was so pissed, he was yelling at Phoenix and Tyler. We almost got in a full-fledged fight with this fool, and they didn't want to pay for it for some reason, so I just fucking because I think it was just sitting there and he just accidentally knocked over it. But whatever. I was just like, I literally threw him $5 and I was like, yo, let's go. Like, no reason to get in a fucking fight about this shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. So we get back in the car and we start heading up the canyon. Little did I know, this was about to be the most nerve-wracking drive of my life. At first, it wasn't so bad. The turns are mild and the lanes are pretty big, and it wasn't that steep. But as we get higher up, Tyler tells us he's never driven in a canyon before, and he's also deathly scared of heights. So I offer to drive, and he's like, nah, I don't trust you with my car, bro. And I'm like, all right. And even Phoenix at this point is telling him, yo, let Max or Cinto drive, like, because he was terrified. He kept looking back at us like, what the fuck is this fool doing? Like, the fuck? But no, we keep going. And Tyler slows down to about 20 miles an hour, and everyone behind him, this is a busy-ass canyon, everyone behind him just starts passing him, and he's freaking out. Every time he would get past, he would swerve hard as fuck. And he would go into turns just fast as fuck and brake in the turn, not before the turn. If you've ever driven through canyons, you know what I'm talking about. And damn near he was drifting every turn. It got to the point of it being silent in the car. We couldn't even pick a song. We were all so stressed, bro. We were just waiting to see what was going to happen. And then this big ass truck passes out of nowhere. And Tyler just swerves into it and just clips the back end of it. And I thought we were dead, bro. But somehow the truck just kind of like skidded to the left. And we just kind of got knocked back into place on the lane. It like saved our life in a way almost. After that, he literally drove 10 miles an hour the rest of the way. Like this, I don't even know how much. We probably had like another hour and a half left. And at that pace, it was like so long. But eventually, we finally got out of this canyon, bro. I wanted to get out of the car and kiss the solid ground. Like I was so happy. But then he just goes straight back to driving a million miles an hour, bro. And at this point, we're in the desert, so all the, like our phones are barely working, and all the street signs are super, like, small and shit. So the turn to go where we were supposed to go, he just blows past it, because he's going, like, 100,000 miles an hour. And, there's so much traffic on this road. And you know what he does? He literally just flips a bitch and cuts off people in one lane and literally derails the people in the other lane. And like I cannot believe he didn't just hit 3 people here. But by some miracle of God or whatever, we just slid right through and got right back on track. And then he makes the left turn onto where we were going. And bro, like, I'm telling you, there were so many people. Like, it wasn't like an intersection. Like, it was like a wait until you could go until there was no people. There were so many people driving by, and he was like, fuck this, and just swerved it and just went through 2 cars, bro. Like, it sounds like I'm making this shit up, bro, but, like, it was the scariest fucking car ride I've ever been in, bro. Like, I can't stress it enough. And eventually, like, I look at his phone, like, how far away. Like, he was getting annoyed because I kept asking him how far we were. And he was like, chill, Pothead, like, don't worry about it. I'm like, bro, like, I'm dying back here. Like, Cinto and I were just like, it was so stressful, bro. Oh, my God. And we end up getting to this fucking video shoot, bro, 7 hours late as the sun is setting, bro. And it's full of fucking cholos and just, like, we were not meant to be there, Cinto and I. I'm going to link the video below. You can look at it if you want. It's pretty funny. We finished the video, and it's nighttime, and the whole time I was looking up if I could get a Uber or a Lyft out there, and I couldn't. We were too far away. So I looked up directions on how to get back not using a canyon. And I was like, it took way longer, but I was like, I convinced Phoenix and Tyler that this was the fastest way, so we didn't have to go back through that canyon, bro. Actually, I didn't convince Phoenix. I think I had Phoenix convince him, bro, because we did not want him driving through that canyon again. So we drive back on the fucking highway, and he still just goes 110 miles an hour the whole way with us screaming at him to slow down. Like, I don't know what he had to prove, bro, but, like, God, fuck. I couldn't believe it when we dropped Phoenix off in one piece, and then I just got out with Phoenix. Like, he was like, you sure? Like, I can give you guys right back to your B&B. And I was like, nah, bro, we're good. We'll catch an Uber. And he was like, all right, peace, see you tomorrow, and just skirted off into traffic. And I was like, oh my God. Like, and we were talking to Phoenix about it, and he was like, what the fuck was up with that? And he was like, bro, I don't even know. And as soon as we were about to start, like, getting into it, Phoenix's baby mom just yells at him, and Phoenix runs back up into the house. But yeah, that was fucking gnarly. And really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Again, if you want the full Shoreline series, get me to 1,000 subscribers, and it'll be coming your way. Peace.